We have to respect Newcastle. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm doing different stuff. Like the video, subscribe, share the video everywhere. Today's video is kind of a different type of video because I feel like sometimes even as content creators, maybe this is something we do to like a fault, which is we always love to address, if you would like, the big six clubs and really leave out clubs who deserve our respect, deserve our praise. Even it's not just a Newcastle thing, it's Newcastle, it's Bournemouth, it's Nottingham Forest, it's a couple of clubs who deserve a lot of respect. But today I'm going to be talking about Newcastle. Guys, Newcastle United 2-0 today, 2-0 the game before that, have just beaten Arsenal 4-0 on aggregate. Arsenal Football Club, Champions League level club. They finished third in the Champions League. They're currently second in the English Premier League. They just beat them by 4 goals to 0. Newcastle fans, as you guys can see, I'm a Liverpool fan. If you're watching this as a Newcastle fan, I will say see you at Wembley. From the start, you can ask anyone who watches my content. You could go watch the stuff that I said post-game after the earlier on game. As soon as Newcastle won 2-0 at the Emirates, I said, see you at Wembley, Newcastle. And there's a reason why I said that. Look, this comes from the respect towards Newcastle. St. James's Park now is no longer a stadium where you can go to and you think you can make remontadas. You can't make remontadas at St. James's Park. You're not going to go to St. James's Park and do a remontada and think that you're going to come back from a 2-0 deficit and win 3-0. That's just not how it goes. And Newcastle deserves so much respect because the way that they played today is like such an organized and composed way for a group of players in a Carabao Cup semi-final against a team with more experience than them in these like high pressure moments. And to be honest with you, Newcastle deserve a lot of praise for today's performance and for what they've been doing in general as well. I mean, Newcastle's front line is Isak, Gordon and Jacob Murphy. Some people might scoff and laugh at Jacob Murphy, but once again, he scores a goal today. He's played at least an important role for them this season. I'm not going to exaggerate and make him out to be world class or something, but you look at that front three: Isak, Gordon, Jacob Murphy. Okay, other than maybe Liverpool's front three and possibly City, who has a better front three in the league? I mean, Arsenal fans would definitely rather have Gordon, Isak and Jacob Murphy over the three that they have. Chelsea fans probably the same. You get me? I really can't think of a football club that has a better front three, and that's Newcastle United. Isak, if you paid 100 million for Isak, it's a bargain. This guy is absolutely phenomenal because he has all the athletic stuff. He has the pace and power. He has the athleticism. He has the work rate. And at the same time, he has the technique. He has the first touch. Today, I felt like the post was gonna explode because of a shot with his weak foot that Jacob Murphy scored. This guy don't play around with the shots. It's always like 180 kilometers per hour. I think if Raya attempted to save that, his hand would have broken. Like, Newcastle deserves so much praise, so much respect. And I'm giving them respect and praise as a Liverpool fan because I appreciate what they're trying to build right now. And I see the positive changes in their team. And once again, credit to the ownership and credit to the management for sticking with Eddie Howe, because obviously they have made a fantastic decision. I mean, currently as things stand, they're 6th in the league. They're only, 3 points off of top 4. They're in a Carabao Cup final. And you look at the team that they had out there today. I mean, Botman, you'd struggle to find a club in the league. He doesn't start for. Anthony Gordon probably starts for a lot of clubs. Isak definitely starts for a lot of clubs. Sandro Tonali, Bruno Guimaraes. This was without Joe Linton as well. Put on a performance and a half. And I'll be honest with you, I'm worried about Newcastle even for the final. Listen, Newcastle fans watching this might go like, this guy is arrogant. They haven't beaten Spurs yet. But let's be serious. It's Tottenham Hotspur. Like, let's just be objective, you guys. It's Tottenham. So obviously we're going to go through. So, like, if I see Newcastle at Wembley, I'm not going to go into that game going like, oh, 100% we're going to win, we're going to destroy them, blah, blah, blah. Because of the levels that they've played at this season, they've gave a lot of teams hell. Liverpool Football Club had to rely on unbelievable individual brilliance from Trent and Salah to even get a draw at St. James's Park, because it's not easy. You don't go to that stadium and slap Newcastle up anymore. Newcastle are not that club. This is not the days of Shola Amiobi and Sami Amiobi and the old days. This is no longer that era. This is a different era of Newcastle. You can see them building something special. And if they just make 3 or 4 signings, they're going to become a top 4 staple. And they're going to have to... someone's getting kicked out of the top 4. And then they're going to start building their club step by step. And to be honest with you, as things stand, Isak doesn't have a reason to leave. Gordon doesn't have a reason to leave. Bruno Guimaraes loves the fans. St. James's Park is one of the loudest stadiums in the Premier League. So Newcastle have a lot of positives going their way. And I can show them nothing but respect. And people will say, Husam, it's just the Carabao Cup. You're exaggerating. Yeah, but there are a lot of big clubs that have failed to make the Carabao Cup final. City aren't in the Carabao Cup final. Arsenal aren't in the Carabao Cup final. Chelsea, after spending 1.5 billion, aren't in the Carabao Cup final. Man United aren't there. Spurs probably won't be there. So this is not something that I'm going to push to the side just because it's the Carabao Cup. A trophy is a trophy. The only thing that doesn't count is the Community Shield. You know, Arteta shamelessly tried claiming that, but that's besides the point. But Newcastle deserve nothing but respect and praise because barring like the first 5 minutes, no one really worried that Arsenal were going to come back and do something. And the fact that you can go to the Emirates and get a 2-0 win shows you the levels that Newcastle are reaching this season. And I think with a couple of smart additions, with improving your team, improving your squad, you can actually make it to the top level. And we saw glimpses of it, like the game where you beat PSG, stuff like that. We saw glimpses of it, like small glimpses. But then you go and lose to AC Milan, lose to Dortmund, etc., draw to Dortmund, whatever it is. And it shows you that, okay, there's still a step to be made here. And that step is signing more Tonalis, signing more Isak, signing like more Gordons. And they don't have to be Gordons and Isaks now. They could have the potential to be another Gordon, another Isak, another Tonali, another Bruno Guimaraes in like 2-3 years or 2 years or whatever it is. That's how you can build your team to get to that level. But Newcastle deserve to go to Wembley. And people are just going to push this to the side like it means nothing. Guys, they beat Arsenal by 4-0. They played 180 minutes, stopped Arsenal from scoring twice, 90 minutes here, 90 minutes there, and they scored 4 goals past them. I can't just push that to the side like it means nothing. That's why Newcastle deserve a lot of respect and a lot of praise for their performance today. You have to give praise to Eddie Howe because tactically he was smart today. He didn't try to go gung-ho attack against Arsenal to prove a point because they're at home. He played it smart. He played in a mid-block, low block, a little bit. Counter-attack. Isak, Gordon, go. Isak, Gordon, go. Isak, Gordon, go. And they just getting destroyed on the counter-attack, waiting for Arsenal mistakes and just pouncing and pouncing and pouncing and pouncing. And that's why they deserve the respect. And that's why they deserve the praise. Because I'm not just going to be out here praising anyone for anything. You know, most of my content is top 6 content. Big 6, top 6, whatever it's called. And, you know, Newcastle now got the first ever non-Big 6 content. I hope you're happy, A2. You got what you wanted. He wanted me to make a Newcastle are scary video. But hey, I made a different style of video this time. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Make sure you guys are liking. Make sure you guys are subscribing. And we'll see you whenever we see you, inshallah. Peace.